Hi everyone, welcome to the first Monday Makes Card Making with a Theme. This is a collaboration I'm doing with Stmpgrl, who is Paige, and it's only the first Monday of every month. So this is the 2nd of January. Happy New Year's. And February's, I think, falls on the 6th, so come back and see us then for that as well. And every month we have a theme. So this month we had two to choose from, or you could combine them, I guess. They were friendship or Valentine's. I normally would have done the friendship one, but I actually went Valentine's this time because I have some things I wanted to use. So I made 6 cards actually. Oh, and the other thing is our goal is to kind of make between 3 and 5 cards normally around that, not a ton of cards, but not just one kind of thing. Unless it's like a really fancy one, then I guess you could just do one also. Like a big fancy fold kind of thing. Anyway, I wanted to use the new product. Now, these are not new. They're new to me. I just got these on sale from Honeybee Stamps, and I wanted to use these. They're called Honey Bunnies. I originally got them for Easter, but because they have hearts, which I didn't realize, I don't think originally, but anyway, I used this one on the second card, this one on the first card, and then you can see I used 4 Sunbunny and Special, and then I used a couple, I think these 2 hearts. So, and I used a baby wipe to clean them. It didn't do so good. Anyway, I did use the die for this bunny and for the sentiments, this, and let's see, this was 4, this was special, this one, some bunny. I don't remember using the dies for the hearts. I also, on the second card, brought out this retired stamp set and used My Heart Smiles, Just Thinking About You. And also on the second card, this is from the new framed florets bundle, which is in the January to April mini coming up, but this is like a pre-release they did on the website only, and I only used this heart frame. I didn't use the stamp. And this heart frame does not cut out the oval. It only cuts out the heart. So what I did is I cut them out on white cardstock, and then I laid the die on top of it again on the cardstock and traced around it with a pencil, and I fussy cut the oval out because I didn't have an oval the right shape or size. On the first card, you'll see I used just regular stitched oval. So here's the first one. This is retired paper. I don't remember the name of it. I'm so sorry. I have 3 partial packs of retired Valentine Stampin' Up! Paper, and then I have an iris bin full of other papers. So for the first 2, I used retired Stampin' Up! I only have a few pieces left of the 2 that I used, and a couple others from this packet. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the paper that originally went with these stitched, no, not stitched, Heart Punch Duo, yeah, which is still in the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog right now. This is just a stitched shape, an oval. It was the largest one. They're retired dies, actually. And this is the back of this paper. So when I cut it off of here, I just flipped it over and used it behind there. The bunny I colored, I stamped in Memento black ink, and it's the first time I've really had a problem with it bleeding when I used the alcohol markers. I used Smoky Slate Light and Dark and Flirty Flamingo Light and Dark, and that's about it. But you can see the grays even bleeding and the Mementos bleeding into the little heart. It's not the best coloring job. Anyway, and then that's bumped up the whole oval, and the 4, the Sun Bunny, and this little heart, which is from the Honey Bunny dies, and I just glued the special on top of there. I didn't die cut it real well, and I actually had to fussy cut a little bit off the top, but otherwise it came out okay. And inside, I just did this. These are from the Honey Bunny stamps. I doubled that one in Flirty Flamingo, and then this is Real Red. And that is out of the Meant to Be Retired stamp set right there. These are the red rubber. So that's card 1. And then card 2, I like more. This was also out of that same paper. It's on a thick white card base with Flirty Flamingo paper. Here's where I fussy cut this. Now, also, you have to be careful because those dies, some of the hearts, like you can see here, there's some of them are real close to the edge of the oval, and of course I can't cut anything straight, so you have to be careful that you don't cut into the hearts when you're doing it. So I did pretty good, I thought. It's a little off, like this side's a little wider. It's okay. I stamped My Heart Smiles Just Thinking About You. That was out of this one. And I stamped it in Real Red on Flirty Flamingo and bumped that strip up. The bunnies, I left more white, but I outlined them in light crumb cake alcohol marker from Stampin' Up. Light Flirty Flamingo in the ears. I used the chalk marker from Stampin' Up, which they don't sell anymore, for their little puffy tails. And this, I used a glazed pen. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. From Sakura. Some people, I think, call these jelly roll pens. I don't know, but this definitely says glaze. I had gotten a bunch of these at Michael's years ago. I don't even know if they still sell them or not, but they are from Sakura in Japan. And these I fussy cut out of the same paper, which had the hearts on it that you could punch out with the plain punch, actually. Oops, sorry, I moved my light. This one, it would cut out hearts, and then it had little hearts on there, and I cut some of them out by hand. And same on the inside, that same Happy Valentine sentiment and a strip of the paper. So they're the first 2 using the Honey Bunny set. I think they'll probably be for my granddaughters. Oh, and this is a, it's one of these heart pearls from Stampin' Up, and I actually used the pearlish ones, the larger one, and I just used the Real Red dark alcohol marker and colored it real red up at the top. So that way I had 3 instead of 2. Alright, so the next ones I went a little different. I put it away already. Let me get it back out. This is my 3rd time recording this because I thought I had done it and then I had no sound because I forgot to turn my new mic on. And then I turned it on and it didn't work last night. And I just did a test and it was working. So I'm hoping it comes out okay. I have an iris bin with all my Valentine paper in. That's all I have. Including my 3 leftover packs from Stampin' Up. I just put them in the iris bin too for Valentine's. I don't really do a lot of Valentine-y stuff, you know. And some of it's getting old. Like, I couldn't find a date on the paper pad, but on the ephemera, this says copyright 2015. So I'm pretty sure I bought this like back in 2017 or early 18, probably 17. And so I used this sheet. I originally got it out to use this, and then I didn't like it, so I used this side instead. I used this side of one. I did not use that side. And I think I only got 4 sheets out. I made 4 cards. So there's a lot in here I haven't used at all. And there's 2 sheets of each. Now this one, I used this side. Isn't that beautiful? But when I cut it, I ended up cutting a strip off over here. And I have this piece with the, I didn't realize there were flowers on there. I'm going to make a tag or something out of that because I just love how that looks. That scrap. So that one. And this one is the other one I used. Oh, and by the way, when you do that die cut of that framed florets, you get all these little hearts out, and I'm saving them. I just scattered them. That's what made me think of it. They're laying on my mat up here. Anyway, I'm going to save them and maybe try a shaker or something. I did try to use ephemera. I didn't really care for a lot of the ephemera. It's kind of not my taste that much. But I don't know if you can tell, it's a creamy color in the paper and on the ephemera. So I used Very Vanilla by Stampin' Up! Paper as the card basis. So I'm just going to bring them all in. This is the first one I did. And this was a piece, this whole thing was a piece of ephemera. I put it on Very Vanilla. This is a thick Very Vanilla card base. And of course the paper I cut. I did use the Sweet Sorbet, this ribbon, metallic ribbon. I just wrapped it around the this back card paper 3 times, you know, just to add a little sparkle on it. And this is an actual little piece of ephemera too, this little heart. And this is out of very old retired stamp set, which I'll never get rid of, called this. And the reason I'll never get rid of it is because it's called Sealed with Love, but I believe these are the matching love notes. These were framelits when they were still dealing with Sizzix, and I'm pretty sure I bought this before I was a demonstrator. But this is my favorite little teeny envelope. I love little envelopes. And so that's one I liked, and I bought it and by myself, and I'm keeping it forever. Anyway, yeah. How did I go there? I don't know. Oh, that's where that sentiment came from. The next one, that's the only horizontal one. The next one is this. This paper I really like. It's very busy though. So this was a piece of ephemera in the shape of a tag. I backed it on a piece of basic black cardstock from Stampin' Up! And just cut the corners down. I didn't quite get it. So I've been using this glue, trying to use it up. I do not recommend this for card making, but I'm using it because I want to get rid of it. It's okay for other projects, and the turbo tacky glue dries fast, which is good and bad. Bad because if you it slides a little bit sometimes, and I also found you have to, like if you're gluing down a background, you have to use something to smooth it out, because even if your dot of glue is right near the corner, it doesn't tend to smooth out, and the corners flip up sometimes. So I found you have to smooth it down with like a bone folder or something. Anyway, I put that on black also to make the black in the design pop, and also to make, this is very busy, so I wanted this to pop off a little bit of the card without bumping it up. And then this ribbon and the sentiment I used on the inside came out of the January 2021 Sending Hearts paper pumpkin kit, which I'm also going to try to use this month. I was actually looking for a sentiment that said, "Be mine," and I thought surely one of my stamp sets has that. No. So, but this did. So I had this on top because I put a sticker on it, used January 2022. I want to finish it up, so that you can look forward to later this month. But anyway, this kit had this black ribbon in it, and I thought, perfect. So I made a little bow with that ribbon, and then the Be Mine is on the inside. It kind of squished down a little bit, and then these are ephemera pieces. So that's all I did on that one. This one already said Be Mine. This is ephemera. This was a solid pink piece of paper, which originally I was going to use because it's the same color pink as this on this one, but I didn't like it, and I was getting ready to look for embossing folders. I discovered I don't have any heart embossing folders, so that has to go on my wish list. I don't know if Stampin' Up! Has one coming up. I don't think so. So I really thought I had some heart embossing folders, but I could not find them. I think I have some stencils, maybe. I could have done that. Anyway, so I was originally going to use the solid pink that's on the other side of this for the card back for this, but I didn't like it. It was too plain. So I flipped it over and used this, and then I had a piece of this left, because you know it's 6x6 paper. It's actually 6 by like 6 3/4, and there's a hole on the top line. But anyway, so I just laid that down, and then I tried to make the point of this line up with the lovebirds there and there. Isn't that cool how that lined up? And then I just used that original Happy Valentine's Day. That glue also makes it's really stiff. I don't care for it. If others like it, that's fine. And if you can't afford more expensive glues, that's a good option. Maybe the regular tacky glue is better. I don't know. Anyway, and then this one, I used the Heart Punch Pack, Berry Vanilla and Real Red. This is a strip of paper that it has the hole in it. So the only thing with this paper pad is there's no perforation here. So the hole is in the paper, right? But it's bigger than 6 here. It's like 6 3/4, 6 1/2. Anyway, I don't waste it when I can use it. So right about here, somewhere right around here, is the hole. So I used that strip. I love this little envelope paper because I like little envelopes. There's another sheet in there, of course, because there's 2 of each. So I may use that with my other little love notes at some point. This was ephemera. I only bumped the ephemera up. And this is a retired Stampin' Up! Braided linen trim. If they ever bring the braided linen trim back, I highly recommend it. It ties nice bows, and they're not super thick. They're not shiny, but they tie nicely. And I just love this stuff. I have it in, I think, olive green or something too. Anyway, and then inside on that one is plain except for this. I could stamp happy, well no, it already says Happy Valentine's Day. So yeah, so that's it. Those are my projects for our very first Monday Makes. What I do with my bunnies. Here they are. I think that's my favorite out of all of them. I think. I don't know. I like them. This is really pretty too. But you know what? I didn't put any blingies on these yet. I might, before I give them to anybody, put some bling on too. I don't know. I have trouble with storing the cards with bling on them because if I don't put them in plastic sleeves or something, which I don't always, just because it's expensive. I have a lot of cards. Anyway, they get caught on other cards and sometimes they come off. Yeah, that's a problem. So be sure to go check out Stmpgrl's channel and see what she made. We're posting at noon Eastern on the first Monday of each month, and see what she made. And then also I will be back tomorrow on Tuesday the 3rd for First Tuesday Twinchies, or Twinchy First Tuesday I think it's called. And I'll have the host of that. It's an open collab, so you can join in if you want to also. She used to do it every week, but now it's once a month. I think, I'm not going to say the name of the host because I don't want to get it wrong, but I'll have it in that description box also. And come back next month and on the first Monday and see what our theme is next month, okay? Hugs, love, and peace. Take care. Be safe. Have a wonderful, happy, healthy, hopefully, New Year. Bye for now.